Princess of Wales was reportedly spotted in public over the weekend, popping to the local farm shop with her husband, Prince William. One eyewitness said she looked happy, relaxed and healthy, and it's also been reported that she attended a sports event her children were taking part in on Saturday. It's thought she may return to duties on Easter Sunday, when we could catch a glimpse of her walking up to church with the rest of the family. Joining us now, royal commentator Rupert Bell. Rupert, I mean, good news, isn't it?
It is good news, but it just seems to have added to say, well, why can't we have a photograph? Because ever since the Photoshop scenario just over a week ago, it's all been very complicated in managing the PR. But great that she's out and about, great that she's going to a sports day at Lambrook where the children are at school. That seems to me a perfectly normal thing to do and wouldn't have been photographed under any circumstances. But when you're getting these bits of reports that they go to a farm shop, lovely, on the way home, probably like a lot of married couples would do after going to a sports day, pop into the local farm shop, pick up something for supper. But of course, this means that, yes, she may be recovering, but it just has added to the social media sort of furore that's going on, that how are they managing the PR situation here? And I just feel it's a bit out of control as far as Kensington Palace is concerned. They're not able to control the narrative.
You see, I think it makes absolutely every particle of sense. You know, you're convalescing from an illness. People are asking, where are you? You're at home. That's where you are. You said you were, and you are. That's why you're seen in the car with your mum when your mum's driving the car to do the school run, because you're not well enough to drive, but you're going with your mum to pick up the kids. Where are you? In the car with your mother. You know, where are you at the weekend? You're 1 mile from home at the farm shop. Does that make sense? Absolutely it does. Does it feed into any crazy psychotic narrative about any kind of, you know, space invaders kidnapping the princess, or, you know, that she's in Brazil having a bum lift? No, it doesn't. She's exactly where she said she was and where the palace said she was, which is at home at Adelaide Cottage, a mile down the road at a farm shop. That's exactly what people do when they're convalescing, isn't it? When they can first feel well enough to go out.
Absolutely. I'm not saying that anything they've done is out of the ordinary, but ever since the Photoshop problem, it has created a sort of bit of a feeding frenzy. Now, yes, if she's coming back at Easter, which is what, just over Easter Sunday is less than 2 weeks away, and then she's reported she will get back to work from April the 17th, once the children have gone back to school after the Easter holidays, then we can put all this behind us. And that's important. And yes, she should be allowed to convalesce in her own time, away from the public eye, if that's what they've deemed the best means of recovery. But clearly it must have put added strain on her, because presumably somewhere in the Kensington PR machine, they allowed that initial Photoshop photograph to get out there, and that has added to the woes and the sort of all the unnecessary speculation. I couldn't agree more. She is a mother recovering from a serious operation, and she should be allowed to get on with it on her own terms.
And just one line from you, Rupert, on Sally Bedell-Smith's forthcoming oeuvre, in which she compares the Duchess of Sussex with Wallis Simpson, and also Prince Harry with yeah. What do you think of that?
Well, clearly, the first similarities, they're both from North America. Yeah. Both had interesting pasts, so there are obvious similarities. Character-wise, well, the Duchess of Windsor clearly knew it was certainly wanted to snag the Duke of Windsor, although it wasn't as straightforward as perhaps you all think, that he was umming and ahhing whether he wanted to marry. I don't know whether Harry ever went through that, but clearly there is a sense that both were strong women. And I think that's how much the similarity goes beyond that, I'm not sure. But it's an easy comparison to make.
Well, that is a diplomatic and dexterous answer to that question, Rupert. Thank you very much indeed.